Ms. Daniele, members and students, welcome to the 2026 National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony. My name is Amelie, and I am the president of NJHS. We are gathered here to formally recognize those students who are being selected by the faculty of our school for completing their candidacy and being inducted as new members of our NJHS chapter. Our Sergeant-at-Arms, James Z., will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please give a warm welcome to Mr. Maldonado. Miss Hewitt, sorry.
We were just testing to make sure we were following the agenda. I'm not Mr. Maldonado. All right, good afternoon, students, families, faculty, and guests. Welcome to our National Junior Honor Society ceremony. Today, we are proud to recognize students who have demonstrated scholarship, leadership, service, character, and citizenship. That's a lot of ships. To our inductees, congratulations on this well-earned honor. Thank you for being positive examples in our school community. Thank you to our families and staff for supporting our students and helping them make this moment possible. Congratulations to the inductees. Now, Mr. Maldonado.
And please welcome Mr. Maldonado.
My name is Maldonado. I go by Mr. M here at the middle school. I've been the ASEX counselor here for the past 9 years. I have been in the counseling profession for 30 years. And during those 30 years, I can tell you that I've truly seen the best in people, and I've seen the worst in people. I started my career working at a maximum security prison, and there I saw the worst in people. Without getting too much into my time there, let's just say that the name maximum security prison is very appropriate. By my calculations, I served 2.5 years full-time in jail. My time was easy there. I got to go there at 8 in the morning, and I got to go home at 5 p.m. I spent the weekends at home. The offenders had a different experience. That's what we call the prisoners in the jail. During my time there as a counselor in the jail, I spoke to a lot of offenders. I tried to learn as much as I could, mainly about what not to do to end up in jail. One conversation that I had with an offender, with a prisoner, I remember very vividly. In fact, I don't think I'll forget that conversation. I remember asking him, what could someone have said to you not to end up in a place like this? I was expecting an answer like, you need to behave, do better, make good choices. Instead, the response I would get would worry me for the rest of my career. The offender said, not so much what somebody could have said to me, but it's what they did. Seeing my puzzled look, he went on to say, they gave up. They stopped. They didn't give me advice anymore. They stopped telling me what to do. They stopped telling me how to behave. I would do something wrong, something crazy, outrageous, and they would pretend not to see or hear it. They stopped guiding me. The prisoner kept going. He said, as a young man, I thought, man, how lucky am I? I can do what I want, when I want, and how I want, and nobody will tell me anything. 10 years later, after getting out of school, I was in prison. 5 years after getting out the first time, I was in prison again, this time for life. To this day, the offender is still in jail. I remember he said, I wish, Mr. M, somebody, at least one person would have not given up on me. If at least one person would have bugged me to straighten up, to get a haircut, to behave, to make good choices, to do my homework, I would still make faces, I would complain, make stupid comments, but I would listen. I know I wouldn't be in jail now if I just had one person not give up on me. After leaving prison, the prison system, I was working with adolescents on probation, on parole, in the foster system, in emergency shelters. I started seeing what the prisoner told me a long time ago. His words became my reality during my career. Some young adults got off probation, they got off parole, they got out of the foster system, and they did okay with their lives. What they did was what the offender talked about, people in their lives that wouldn't give up on them. They would encourage them, guide them, support them, tell them the difference between right and wrong, as much as they didn't want to hear it. They struggled early in life, but with the people in their lives not giving up on them, they became successful adults. I saw the other side too. Kids, for whatever reason, that people give up on their lives, they just give up on them. How many times do you give a person before you give up on them? 2 times? 3 times? 8 times? At a certain point, it feels like they're taking advantage of you, maybe even abusing you. They tell you to stop bugging me, stop telling me what to do. You don't know anything. I worry about that. I worry about the kiddo that society gives up on. I've seen where they end up. They end up wearing a white uniform that looks a lot like pajamas. I worry when adults give up on kids. I worry when teachers give up on kids. I worry when parents give up on kids. I especially worry when mothers give up on kids. This is another lesson I learned during my time in prison. Mothers will rarely give up on their kids. You have no idea what your mother will go through to not give up on you. I've seen it. Mothers will put up with so much before they give up. Fathers, we come a close second place. We don't compare to the mothers. Worrying became my job. At times, I was the only person not giving up on someone because I knew what would happen. It has been a big part of how I do counseling, how I see life. The level of worry I have about a person tells me what can happen to them. Could be good, could be bad. To NJHS, I want you to know that I'm not worried about you. You are gonna be successful no matter what you do. And I mean that in the highest compliment as possible. The big reason why is because of the people in this room. They will guide you, they will protect you, and they will encourage you. The people here with you celebrating today, your accomplishment, your parents, your teachers, the people in this stage, you guys did good. Parents, this is your celebration too. Pat yourself on the back. You're doing a good job. At the beginning, I told you that I've seen the worst in people and that I've seen the best in people. NJHS, you are the best in people. Thank you for being my example of what is the best in people. I will not forget. I am so proud of you. Thank you.
At this time, we proclaim to all in attendance that membership in the Vicenza Middle School chapter of the National Junior Honor Society has been earned by these candidates through the effective demonstration of the 5 qualities that serve as standards of the society. Members of the chapter will now review these qualities for the candidates. Scholarship.
Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefit of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended. For humans, education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life that leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligent effort. Learning flourishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and the light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherited in scholarship.
Service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or public recognition is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school and take an initiative in the classroom and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is a sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's interest for interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist, any school, community, or nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed, thus to lead is a meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. Character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for us our individuality, our goodness. It is without which one can respect oneself, nor the hope to attain the respect of others. It is a force of character that guides one through life, and once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved, not received. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is a problem of self-control. We must be in the reality we wish to appear to be in others rather than to be seen. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, and trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we hope to prove by example that we value character.
Citizenship. I represent citizenship, the obligations each member of our society faces to live up to the democratic ideals given to us by the founders of our country. The responsibilities each of us has to our home, community, our state, our nation, and our world are many. As good citizens, we are bound to live up to the laws and the guidelines which unite us as a civilized society. Good citizens work together to improve not only our lives, but the lives of all our fellow citizens. Good citizenship requires that we remain strong and vigilant in protecting the freedoms and rights that we have been granted to us and preventing injustice from entering our lives. We, the members of the chapter, are called to live up to those high standards of citizenship from this day forward. We will now have the candle lighting ceremony where you should each, new members, you should each have like a pamphlet, and there is the NJHS pledge, and you're just going to, we'll start it, and then you guys will say that part, and then like repeat it back to us, and we'll say the next part, and yeah. And also make sure to stand up and light your candles. That includes old members too. All right. I state your name, pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society,
to which I have been selected,
I will be true to the principles for which it stands,
I will be loyal to my school,
and I will maintain and encourage
the high standards
of scholarship, leadership, service, citizenship, and character. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Hello, everyone. I am Anne Marie Daniele, the advisor to the National Junior Honor Society, and it is my pleasure to recognize the new inductees. I do want to add something about the induction itself. You have been recognized, not just for scholarship, but for service in the classroom and the school, character and citizenship by the teachers in this school. They have all recognized you. Does that make sense to you? So while some, your fellow officers, your fellow students are up here, our esteemed principal and ASACS counselor and myself, understand that all of the staff to which you have been, with whom you have engaged, have recognized your excellence. Congratulations. If you would come up. Miss Clara Dean. Yes, you're going to shake hands with your officers. I'll hand you the certificate. Shake hands with Monsieur and Mr. Maldonado, and then exit on the other side. Miss Catherine Ryder. Miss Mila Sansone. Miss Natalie Chase. Miss Avery Randall. You guys can stop at the front so your parents can get good shots, if you like. Mr. David Seo. Mr. Ethan Trin. Miss Julia Green. Miss Mila Dokas. Miss Alice Phillips. Miss Olivia Wetmore. Miss Amelia Gennaro. Now, it's my honor to recognize some members of faculty who will not be here to join us next year, who have been instrumental not only in the support of our school in general, but in support of my chapter in particular. I can always count on them for backup, for support, last minute editing not excluded, for anything the chapter needs, and we will miss their presence terribly. Miss Tanquella Coffee. These are honorary inductions into our chapter. For those of you who don't know, I was inducted in middle school, and so a lifelong membership of the National Junior Honor Society is one of my life's blessings. Mr. Devin Patton. Miss Chelsea Shoup could not be in attendance today. Mr. Carl Shoup could not be in attendance today. Last but not least, accepting for himself and his wife, who was a teacher here till recently. She prepares for their next life, Mr. Santana Maldonado and Miss Susie Maldonado. Mr. Maldonado and his wife have been a gift to this organization, and to me and my family as well. I have some recognitions to make on behalf of two special groups of students. The first, if you didn't know, under Miss Hewitt's leadership, we are welcoming 3 more students into the VMS Outstanding Achievement Award. Every year, Ms. Hewitt and former principals have allowed me school time, advisory time, to have every member of NJHS apply for their first scholarship as an Outstanding Achievement Award for the National Junior Honor Society. It's offered to every member throughout the United States. Only 500 are given. It's $500. It's equivalent in status to, say, the Eagle Scouts. This year we had 1 7th grader and 2 8th graders given to win that award. That makes about 24 for our school in the last 9 years. So that also makes this chapter unique. Under Ms. Elside's leadership, Dr. Carpenter, and now Ms. Hewitt's leadership, it It's amazing for a school of our size anywhere in the United States, and certainly, within DOEA. Ms. Arwa Bubatana. Thank you. And you three stay together so people can get pictures. Mr. James Zucchino. And Miss Amelie Sansom. I'm extremely, just make sure your parents get an opportunity to get your picture. I'm extremely proud of them. If you are in 7th grade, you didn't win this time, you're gonna try again next year. And 8th graders, you will try as 10th graders, right? Awesome. And as final recognitions, I would like to recognize this year's 8th graders. It's been a wonderful chapter. They're extremely individual, conscientious, and dedicated 8th graders. Very soon, I hope to have the pins that I usually give them to wear. That did not quite arrive yet. Amelie Sanson. Nanea Quadjunko. James Dean. James Zakina. Mason Kane. Elizabeth Simmers. Alexandra Simmers. Elizabeth and Alexandra helped form the very first weeks of our NJHS tutoring club. Margaret Eves. Gabrielle Devish. I know it's mispronounced. Avery Brewington. Caleb Hedke. Amara Henderson. Sophia Saucedo. And finally, Parker Michelina was not able to stay the whole time. She will also be receiving awards. And hopefully my 8th graders don't have to come back in August to get their pins. Only they are, I say. I want to thank parents very much for being here. I want to charge each of my NJHS inductees and members to remember that not only to keep believing in yourselves, because you obviously have the strong support of your family, but remember to believe in each other. Remember to tell your friend who doesn't always finish their projects, you can finish that project. Encourage others to the same level of excellence that you've reached. And then we will all be looking at a better world, right? And that's the end of my input.
Thank you so much, Ms. Danieli. We hope that you now realize that NJHS stands for much more than just academic excellence. Please give a round of applause to our new inductees. Our Vice President, Nanea, will now give the closing remarks.
I'd like to thank our advisor, Ms. Danieli, and the members of the Induction Ceremony Committee for their hard work organizing this year's induction ceremony. Thank you all for attending our NJHS induction ceremony, and congratulations to the new members.